Oh, hello, hello, everyone. Am I live? Am I live? This is Burge Smith Lyons, and I hope I'm live with you now. I can't tell if my things, but I am here. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Communication and Leadership Challenge. I am Burge Smith Lyons. I'm glad you are here. And welcome to the challenge. It's a 6-day challenge for communication and leadership skills. And those of you who do not know me, I am Burge Smith Lyons, and I am the founder of Essence of Being. We've been teaching all around the world, live events, experiential workshops, and also online as well for 27 years. And I've been involved in personal development for 37 years. So hopefully the tidbits that we give you the rest of this week for this challenge will be beneficial and impactful for you. And we're going to be working with communication and leadership. So the first 3 days will be about communication, and the last 3 days will be about leadership. And then I'm giving you some bonuses for you to play with on Sunday and Monday about money and about relationships. So I'm really thrilled that you're here and that you joined me. And I just want to make sure that if you are listening to the recording or if you're live with me, that's great. If you can get a pencil and paper out, that'd be awesome, because we will give you little home plays that you will have every day. And these little, I don't like calling it homework, okay? If we have home play, what I want you to do with these home plays and these little tips I'm going to be giving you is to post them in this group. All right. This is the Essence of Being Healing Forest public group that we started, because most of our groups are private. But this one is a public one for you to post some of the things, any ahas, any discoveries, so we can support each other through that. Now, if you have not registered, okay, for this particular series and these live Facebook events and this challenge, please do so. And we are posting we'll be posting the link for you to register for it, because there is an assessment there that I gave you that gives you insight in your beliefs around money, relationships, communication, leadership, and success, because that is all part of our Conscious Leadership Academy that we launched last year. And like I said, I've taught on 6 different continents, and we have thousands of people around the world where a lot of these things that I'm going to be sharing with you have really been beneficial and shifted people's lives. So no matter why you're here, I'm just thrilled that you are, and I look forward to the discoveries that you find out about yourself, and maybe some of the blocks of communication that you might have, or just improve on the ones you do have, and also your leadership skills to really support you in being the conscious leader, because you are a conscious leader. You are a conscious communicator, and we are building a global movement of conscious leaders empowering others to create a win-win world. Okay, so welcome to, like I said, for joining us. And if you have questions throughout this challenge, go ahead and post the questions and post your discoveries. Like I said, it's all about supporting each other and having engagement, so that we can share what's happening with each other in the world. Because right now, I know that many of you feel isolated and perhaps anxious or fearful, maybe. And we are continuing this process of connecting. No matter where we are, no matter what we do, we can be conscious in our communication and our leadership. Okay, so again, go ahead and register if you haven't, so you can get that free assessment. And again, that link is posted here for you. And every day at 12 noon, if you can't make it, we will keep the videos up for you throughout this challenge. And I look forward to finding out things with you. Okay. So again, today is all about communication. And before I do that, every day I want to pull a card. These are my Essence of Being cards. And those of you who have these, yay. If you don't, you can get them at essenceofbeing.com. And you can pull a card. And these cards are magic, which is what science hasn't proven yet. But they're very impactful for a message that you might be able to focus on throughout the day. So our message or our affirmation is here. So we can, I'm just going to pull it to see what we are going to be told today for our focus, which is, integrity is the essence. So that's our message for today. Integrity is the essence. And integrity is the essence means learn to hold your shape. No matter what outside forces try to pull you out of your center, keep the essence of who you are. I like that word, essence. Okay. So integrity today, just focus on that you're going to hold your shape. You're not going to allow other people to pull you off your center. The integrity of steel, to show up how you are and not allow other people to influence you in a way that does not feel authentic to you. So that takes a lot of practice, courage, and great leadership with yourself. Okay. So keep your integrity today and just kind of notice if that comes up. If people are trying to sway you a certain way, or maybe they're wanting you to do something you really don't want to do. So just keep your integrity and don't let it, don't lose your center. Okay. Now let's do communication, shall we? And like I said, we're going to do a little bit of information here, and you can post any comments you have, or questions as we go. And then also, we are going to, at the end, give you a little tip, a little home play for you to do. So if you can get a pencil and paper, that would be great. So I can give you your assignment and then we can play. So don't make this hard. It's not a hard thing. Okay. So the first thing I want to start with is our beliefs, but let's just shout to the rafters. I mean, if you're by yourself, that's great, I guess, right? If not, you can maybe whisper it, but that's kind of defeating the purpose. I want you just to scream as loud as you can. I have a voice. I almost heard you. Okay. Say it again. I have a voice. So sometimes we're afraid of our own voice, right? And maybe in your life, maybe you've been misunderstood. Or maybe you've had foot and mouth disease. I call that, you put your foot in your mouth and you think, oh God, did I just say that? Oops. And maybe you have misunderstood people. So by misunderstanding people or them misunderstanding you, sometimes the communication can get a little wonky, right? And then you don't hear each other. Most of us want to be heard. We want our voice to be heard and not be afraid. Some of you communicate, maybe you overpower. And maybe you overpower people and you don't listen to them. This week, for you, the challenge is to have more empathy and to listen. Okay? For those of you who are afraid to speak up or maybe afraid to tell your truth sometimes, just remember you have a voice, and that'll be your challenge, is to tell your truth with compassion. And we so need that in this time of life right now in the world. Okay? So remember that communication is the response you get. So if you're not getting the response you want, be mindful of that, and just know that you can do something about it. You can't change other people, but you can change how you communicate. Okay? So just understand that with our beliefs, that's why this first day is all going to be about beliefs around communication. And we have a conscious brain and we have a subconscious or unconscious brain. And our conscious brain might be saying, hey, I said my truth. I know what I'm talking about. I'm right, or I'm afraid, or whatever the conscious thoughts are that you have. Then you have the subconscious thoughts that are playing as well. And if your conscious and your subconscious is not aligned, then you're going to have some issues about really focusing on what it is that you want to have in your life. And I call that your bubble talk. That's the subconscious thought that keeps you from getting what you want. So if your conscious thought is, I'm a conscious communicator, and yet your subconscious is saying, nobody really wants to listen to me, and I'm not wanted, and I'm not heard, and I'm not right, and I'm not good enough to speak up, okay, then that will play out. Your subconscious is much more impactful than your conscious. And if you can get them aligned, then just think about it, how much you can really create in your life and communicate in a more empathetic way, okay? So it's sort of like a gas and a brake. So the gas and the brake is where your gas is your desire and your brake is your resistance to the belief that you can have it. So let's say your desire is, I want to be understood. I want people to hear me. I want to know that I matter. I want to share my gifts. Okay, but maybe the brake or the resistance or the belief that you can't have it, maybe it is the things, like I said, your subconscious thoughts are saying, I'm not good enough. Nobody wants to listen to me. Or I don't care what other people think because they're not going to care about me anyway. There are a lot of these subconscious thoughts that are floating around. And so what we're going to do, if you drive around with your gas and your brake on at the same time, you spin your wheels and go nowhere. So most people know how to let go of the gas. They know how to let go of their desire. And they say things like, well, it's just not meant to be. So instead of letting go of the gas and your desires and settling, we're here together as a community to help you let go of the brake, okay, or the resistance that you can't have it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you now your assignment for today. And we want you to post your ahas, your discoveries. You don't necessarily have to write down everything that you wrote or everything that you experienced today, but we really want you to post what your discoveries are, okay, from this process. So here's your assignment and your challenge for today. We're going to look at your beliefs. Remember, beliefs are eternal until they are re-believed. And that's why we go there first. Now, I want you to write these sentences down. And if you don't have something to write with, we're also going to post them. We're going to post them in the chat as well, so that you'll have them on the group. Okay. So you'll have those to do. And what I want you to do is a stream of consciousness writing. And what that means is that you just don't think about it. Don't edit it. Don't try to figure it out. I'm going to say several statements. There'll be 6 of them. And I want you just to write down whatever comes out of your mouth or whatever comes out of your thoughts or your mind. Okay. So it's just stream of consciousness. So you'll fill in the blank. And that's all I want you to do today, other than just focus on your integrity. Okay. But today I want you to, here's your challenge, is to finish these statements and look at any of the patterns that may arise from that. So you're going to get to look at and discover for yourself why maybe some of the things are happening in your life and why maybe people don't understand you or you misunderstand people. Okay. So the first one, ready? Hope you got that. The first one is, when people do not listen to me, when people do not listen to me, so you'll just fill in the blank, and you don't have to do it now, but these are your 6 statements. Okay. And again, don't think about it too long. Just write down the first things that come up. Okay. The second one, when I was angry at my dad, I would, so you just fill in the blank. Now, if you didn't have a dad or you don't know, whatever your male caregiver was. Okay. So when I was angry at my dad, I would just fill in the blank. Guess what's next? The third one. When I was angry at my mom, I would what? And if you didn't have a mom, it's your female caregiver. Okay. The next one is when I am angry with my partner. Now, this can be a love partner. And if you don't have one right now, you can think about the most significant one that you've had, if you've had a significant one. So when I'm angry with my partner, what do you do? How do you respond? How do you communicate? Right? When I'm angry with my partner. The fifth one is when I am angry with my business partner or coworkers, so now we're focusing on the business side. When I'm angry with my business partner or coworkers, what do you do? And then the last one, when I feel not heard, what? What do you do? When I feel not heard. So write those statements down and look at the patterns that might have come up and how you respond and how you communicate, because a lot of these beliefs are formed, well, not a lot, all of our beliefs are formed before the age 7. Okay. So what we're going to do is look at what patterns you have around those beliefs and see if there's something we can shift in those. And so that's your challenge today, is go ahead, write those down. You don't have to post all the answers in here in the group. However, if you would post any ahas or discoveries, and you're welcome to post whatever you want, just so that we can all learn together. Okay. And then tomorrow we're going to go into purposeful communication and look at some of the ways we're not conscious around our communication. Okay. So this is Burge Smith Lyons with day 1 of our communication and leadership challenge. And check out essenceofbeing.com for more information. And I will see you tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time for day 2 of our challenge. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what you find out and discover today. So until then, what you focus on expands.